Today is the motherfucking day. Tonight is the night. This is the millennium. This is the generation. This. I don't know what else to say, but this is this. So,
Fathomers, I'm sure you know what time it is. Time for me, the Kagami CEO, to yap about this episode. Hell yeah. No one gets the time getting emotional. This is the first time we see Felix in almost 3 years. That's insane. He's out of the basement at last. Let's just hope they don't shove him back in there again. We're transported back to the season 5 finale, and Gabriel tells Tomoe he won't be needing her much longer, and she crashes out and calls Lila. So she's the one who sent her to the Agrest mansion to get the butterfly miraculous. Oh lord, this is messy as hell. So Lila really isn't working alone. Can't even say I'm surprised they paired her with Tomoe this season after Gabriel died. Like, okay, but honestly I really hoped she would be working alone. This low-key ruins it for me. Help. But whatever, this still has potential, and I'll tell you why. Marinette sets up a little surprise for Adrian to tell him she loves him using chouquettes with messages in them in a whole ass bird whistle that she baked in there. How did that even fit? Anyways, but this makes Adrian insecure because she's so creative and cutesy and he's not like that. Marinette thinking she's a terrible girlfriend for him because of the lies, while he thinks he's a bad boyfriend for her because he feels like he's less and doesn't deserve her missy. Then we get a Kagami video call and Kagami tells him I love you in Japanese. Next time shoot me in the head, thanks. Adrian tries to learn how to knit and gives Marinette a cute attempt at a post-apocalyptic type shirt. Like, okay, yeah, all laughing, but I see the vision. Like with some riptides and studded shorts, this one, you know? Anyways, but enough cuteness for now because Kagami is about to leave to see Felix and shits hits the fan. Tomoe is like, huck, you're still seeing that monster. Monster referring to Felix. And Kagami starts tweaking at this and says he's the one helping her find meaning in life instead of controlling it like she does, and that she's the monster. Oh Tomoe, your daughter ended you fell. Also yes, this answers all my questions about Tomoe and Kagami being a superhero and whether she knows. Like, yes she does. Like, they both know this is insane. Yeah, all this is the craziest Kagami scene we've ever had. Like, this is everything I was asking for. Tomoe gets so mad at this she says she doesn't deserve the family ring, and bitch if you don't get your musty hands off this little girl. Kagami transforms on the spot for a layer of protection and says she saved her from humiliation, and holy shit, the reflection in the glasses. This is chilling. Hello? She reminds her Ladybug is the only reason her abusive ass is not behind bars, because she promised Ladybug her abusive ass mother would change, and she trusted her enough to let her keep her miraculous, knowing how crazy the situation is in the house with Tomoe being Gabriel's accomplice. Kagami knowing damn well her chances of changing are closer to zero. Like, oh baby, you don't even know about the cult. She says she should stop loving her but can't because Adrian lost his family and they're all they have, and pleads her not to ruin everything.
You are done out here. They gon' get you. They gon' get you next. Don't say I didn't say it. I'm gonna prepare for it. I really am. They're gonna tear her down.
Kagami, oh my god, I'm so sad. She has no idea it's about to get even worse. Every family 5 minutes before leaving for a trip, am I right guys? While this drama is going on, Adrian bakes Marinette a cake that's giving burnt, and Plag says maybe he shouldn't give a baker's daughter a cake, so he suggests a whole ass beef rib, so he carries that shit in public and a dog takes it. Girl, whatever. Back to this Tomoe bullshit because it's about to get even messier. For the first time she takes off her glasses on screen and we get the eye reveal, so she has bionic eye implants. We get a flashback of her at the old house before they moved to Paris, and she's having a suspicious ass conversation on the phone with Gabriel while Kagami is changing clothes. She says she knew he would call for her help eventually and he wants her to join him and Natalie to fix the broken peacock miraculous. Yeah, all this is like 10 different conversations at once. I don't even know where to start. So Gabriel had thought of fixing the peacock miraculous before season 2. Before Ikari Gozen, and Tomoe refused because its magic cost her her eyes and because that would be betraying the system. The cult, bitch, what the fuck. Them confirming Kagami is a senti. One of the many times they do that in this episode. Mind you, she says this with Kagami in the room. Is Kagami not hearing any of this? Gabriel tries to convince her because they can make the wish together so he'll get his wife back and Tomoe will get her eyes back, and she says she's been disappointed by men her whole life. I know that's right, Lumfao. But girl, let's get into this ableist hastrope, because what? Villain that gets some form of disability due to some dramatic backstory and becomes a villain with the goal of getting rid of their disability is an insane ableist trope. Like I was praying this wouldn't be the motive behind her villain shithole number. Why did it have to be this? And if that wasn't enough, she stays objectifying her daughter. Don't piss me off. I need a perfect child for my perfect child to have perfect children together. Girl, whatever. How Marinette didn't call CPS on this woman after she heard those words come out of Gabriel's mouth about setting these two up and taking over the world together with their perfect Cindy genes is beyond me. Another thing we have to talk about is them confirming Tomoe's blindness is because she used the Peacock Miraculous to create Kagami. After some people started questioning how Tomoe didn't die and instead lost her eyesight because it was connected to the emotion used to create the Cindy Astro, you confirmed this, which is so interesting because this means Emily died because it spread to her heart since she used love to create Adrian, which he embodies, and Felix has Colt's sharp intelligence that he lost after creating him. Tomoe lost her sight, which I'm assuming is connected to determination, and assuming she didn't die like Colt or Emily did because she replaced her eyes before it could spread to other parts of her body and consume her to the point of death. Like this is freaky. The Cindy trio literally representing heart, mind and strength. Big if you ask me. After the flashback, guess who's back, motherfuckers? Cerise the Goat's first season 6 appearance, and she calls Tomoe mother. This gag. Now the writers know damn well what they're doing, making her call Tomoe that Lumfao. Favorite daughter? Nikki, not every bitch can be your mother. And of course this got people thinking Lila is her actual child and that she might be sisters with Kagami. Not watching Lila in 2025 Lumfao all dripping. People were making comparison posts saying Kagami and Lila actually look similar, like no, baby Lila just happens to have sharp fox eyes. It's not giving that. She just gives ambiguous white girl, which is convenient for her personas per. Speaking of personas, Tomoe still calls her Lila here despite this being her Cerise look. Has Lila not welcomed her into the Lilaverse with all her wigs and personas? I'm thinking she might not do that because she doesn't trust Tomoe like that, so despite working together she might keep her distance in that way, so if something happens and Tomoe turns on her she can just erase herself from how Tomoe remembers her and use other personas. Like okay, I see you Lila. Mind you, Tomoe doesn't know Lila went to the Agrest mansion disguised in the season 5 finale, so it's not crazy to think that when the Gabriel ambassadorship was going on, Lila got in contact with Tomoe and might have tried to convince her she's her missing daughter or some shit that got Tomoe like, no baby, I can't have kids like that, and that's how they ended up here. Like she even knows Kagami and Felix are Cindas, and gives Tomoe a kiss. Bitch, even her actual daughter doesn't do that. I'm crying. Lila is like, damn, too bad you can't control Kagami like a doll anymore. What if I akumatize you so you capture Felix instead? And I get his amok switching it with a fake and control him so we get information on Ladybug and Cat Noir? Girl, yeah, all this is crazy. Hello. Her plan is basically to strip Felix of his human autonomy so he becomes their puppet to use to get Ladybug to loose. Mind you, after Felix has kind of become part of the hero team too, and convinces Tomoe to pretend to have changed and break out of the Akuma herself after they get his amok. Like this, some evil shit all around. Also, no one can convince me Tomoe sees her daughter as a person or loves her at all if she's willing to do all this just to get her vision back. Like, how does this benefit Kagami at all? No? Like with Gabriel, at least you could say yeah, he wants to bring back Adrian's mom so he'll be happy, but with these two it's just Tomoe wants her eyes back, that's it. Baby, go link up with Mr. Beast and get in a video of his where he heals blind people. You don't need to do all that, I promise you. Like, what the fuck? This potential Felix plotline is why I don't fully hate this Tomoe Lila collab. Like, this idea was tea. The concept of double agent Felix is interesting as hell. Like, hello? Also just eerie as hell. Tomoe wonders if she'll stick to her word this time, whatever that means. Also love how Lila just casually knows this woman's kid is a Cindy and her amok is in her ring, and Tomoe doesn't even worry about what Lila could do about this. Like yeah, she just doesn't give a shit if she puts her kid in danger once again. The kid in question ran to the station and found Felix. You guys they're so happy, I wanna bubble wrap them so they never get hurt again, I'm feeling maternal. He asks if Marinette will really be okay with it and Kagami says can you imagine her refusing to help someone? Like yeah, she'll really help anyone. Foul. After Tiki disses Adrian's post-apocalyptic inspired piece, Marinette gets an alert from Argos and Rico who come to her asking for help with their rings. They tell viewers yet again that these two are senses in case there are still people denying it the big 2025 and that they've been thinking where they could possibly store them where they would be the safest so no one gets their hands on them, and after a lot of thinking they ask her if she could store them in her yo-yo as like entities, basically entrusting their lives and soul with her. The writers got so pissed people didn't understand representation they did it again but explained for 5-year-olds. They said let's see you all deny it now. Marinette thinks that might be a bad idea too because look what happened in the season 4 finale with her yo-yo and Felix says that wasn't her fault. Okay, so we need to address this, right? Because they just showed him feeling guilty and left it at that. Now don't get me wrong, I love this newfound trust Felix has in Marinette and how chill they seem to be with each other now, but are we not going to see how they got here? Because from what we've seen, representation happened. The next time they saw each other was at the pool party. That brief scene with all the heroes charging or whatever, and now this. I feel like they just glossed over literally everything, like there is a very much needed conversation that they need to have about everything. Please don't tell me they'll ignore this and say yeah they spoke off screen so they're fine now. Like yeah he feels guilty, but they didn't elaborate on this in the episode, which is crazy because this would be the perfect opportunity for them to talk about everything. Shit, we haven't even seen Felix's reaction to the lies. Hello? Like he's not even scared of her or anything? We'll never know because they don't talk about this and they absolutely have to. Mind you, he still has a lot to apologize for. Like when are we going to see that apology? Like yes, it's cool that he's learning to act his age and put his guard down, but there is a big gap here and a lot left unsaid. I'm just saying this better not be his only appearance this season and they better have him and Marinette sit down and have that much needed conversation so they can actually understand each other. Like I would understand this silly dynamic they got going on if they had already had that conversation and genuinely resolved everything, including the shit he pulled in his introduction episode. But seeing him trust her with his life like that when the last time he trusted her after Kagami convinced him to, you know where that got him. Now everyone is praising his dead uncle who threatened to kill him and who objectified and abused his cousin and girlfriend too. Like they need to talk about all of this because it's such crazy shit that happened in both their lives, and the only way I could see Felix trusting her to preserve the ring that holds his soul and the very yo-yo he himself offered to Gabriel as well. Like the whole thing is just tragic for all of them. This is so messy. Right when she transforms and takes the rings from their hands, the little door opens and she juggles with the rings, panicked as hell because she's still transformed. They fall on the floor and the other two try to cover her while she transforms quietly, while her parents and Adrian are confused as hell. Another case of this girl's parents being dumb as hell, because what do you mean you see these two in her room covering her when you open the door unexpectedly and don't assume something is going on? Like why were you covering her and how did you actually get it? Her dad even asks this and they just stand there flustered like okay. They leave after showing off the meat and Adrian asks what they were doing. This sequence is so funny, they're all taking turns explaining, just making shit up about asking Marinette to help them hide these family heirloom rings because it would be romantic to give them to their unborn children. Girl, I guess. Like this is what I was talking about. This trio is so goofy. As much as I'm loving what they got going on, they need to talk for real. They keep fucking up her room trying to find the rings in the most random places. I know the animators were having the time of their lives. Also seeing Felix act so flustered and awkward around Adrian is so cute. Please let them bond more. Kagami says she saw in a manga that they hid the rings in mashed potatoes, and Marinette says they'll find a better hiding spot. Girl, not the mashed potatoes. Guys, these three are so goofy you can't take them anywhere. Yeah, no, this is why Adrian needs to know. Oh my god. Apparently he was stepping on the rings this whole time. He picks them up and starts doing fucking magic tricks with them. Girl, give them back. Felix freaks out and Adrian is like, damn, I didn't do nothing, don't worry about it, while holding his ring, and Felix just lays back chilling. Adrian gave him an order without even knowing, and this is exactly why he needs to know. Like this scene had me gagging every 5 seconds. This is serious. Marinette and Kagami realized what just happened and gave Adrian the biggest stink. I thought they were going to jump him, but Kagami's mom called Marinette and Kagami raged on the phone. Tomoe now akumatized sliced Marinette's room in half and now she has to pay for that. She gets Felix but thankfully he didn't have his ring in that moment. Adrian and Kagami get to the door and Kagami takes Felix's ring from Adrian because after what he accidentally did she doesn't trust him with it. This is so extremely messy they need to tell him like Adrian truly has no idea what he just did. Mind you, Kagami just transformed in public. Mama, everyone knows who you are now. Marinette transformed in her room and she's so lucky if Chrysalis didn't see that. Like I know she was in Tomoe's mouth with Felix moments ago but who's to say she didn't come out and hide somewhere else like the chameleon she is, just think about it. And she was already suspecting Marinette like, prove to Kagami you've changed. Marinette please, you know damn well she hasn't changed and she's not planning to either. Yet another grown-ass adult Marinette has kept out of prison. If I had $1 for every adult she has kept out of prison I would have 3, which is crazy. Another mother-daughter fight and Tomoe says Felix will hurt her just like Adrian did. Girl please, Adrian didn't like her like that. These are two completely different relationships. Kagami says she won't be her daughter much longer if she keeps it up. Oh, she really said I'll drop you off at a pension house. Crazy Haglumfell. Oh Chrysalis, there you are. After Tomoe's Oscar-worthy performance of pretending to regret controlling her daughter that even Lila praises, who mind you, did exactly the same thing as Hoaxer. She breaks out of the Akuma and even though they didn't get Felix's amok, Kagami trusts her mom again. Look how happy she looks. Oh my sweetheart, if only you knew she doesn't mean any of this. Like Kagami herself said it, she should hate her but can't because she's all the family she has. Felix is not immobilized anymore and the first thing he does is ask where Kagami is. Oh my sweethearts, they're onto you now.
You are done out here. They gon' get you. They gon' get you next. Don't say I didn't say it. I'm prepared for it. I really am. They're gonna tear her down.
Have an evil eye on you at all times. They put the rings on each other's finger like they're getting married. I'm going to jump. This is me jumping. I can't take this. My babies. The 4 of them do a pounded. I'm so sad you guys. These babies Also Adrian shipping Felagami is sending me like damn, he never liked Kagami that way for real. Chrysalis is like, oh how cute, and you know what that means. It means they're all fucked. Also I completely forgot to talk about Chrysalis's official design and this is the first time we see it, but with everything going on in this episode I was distracted. Sorry. It's just okay. Like I won't give her a 10 and to be honest I thought we wouldn't see it this season at all. I thought we would only see it starting next season. The bright ass neon green eyes are crazy and kinda ruin it for me. Please change it Lila sweetie. Okay thank you. Also the hair? Girl, who did that to you? Serving grandma realness. Like I wanted something more cundy for the hair. Love the lip combo though. I'll give you 5 out of 10 for this look. Not entirely chop flop but I'm not gagging either. And the only one who knows what Chrysalis looks like is Tomoe. Felix technically didn't see her because he was immobilized. Wait, did he see her? I feel like if he did or if he remembered he would have said something. Adrian has dinner with Marinette's family, all cute. Okay next, Tomoe goes back to the White Rooms and has a meeting with the cult. Oh, so she's the machine. Who the fuck is the new king of luxury? What the hell is going on? Also they're just saying long live the diamond, who's supposed to be Gabriel. Are they just now mourning him or do they say that every time? Anyways, I know they said this season is episodic and there's no order for these episodes but I kinda disagree. Like imagine watching this before El Toro de Piedra. In that episode we see the cult for the first time and immediately find out the weed is Natalie's father. This gag. And in this one we find out who the machine is. I think it makes more sense to watch this after El Toro de Piedra. No? Maybe that's just me. Anyways, that was this episode. How are we feeling? Personally I'm greedy so I wanted more Felagami and like I said we need that conversation between Felix and Marinette because it's extremely important. I swear if they don't give us that. Also it's so cute seeing Felix being more silly and whimsical and not a constant frown like he used to be. I just wish we got to see him navigate his feelings and again, actually talk things through. Have some kind of resolution for him to actually start redeeming himself before we got to this kind of dynamic with Marinette. Also was he conscious when he was there with Chrysalis? Like imagine the fear he must have felt in that moment knowing he had Kagami's ring in his hands and was exposed. And they didn't really find a hiding place for the rings at the end, did they? I wish we got to see those 3 meet up again and Ladybug placing the rings in her yo-yo since they were interrupted before. And guess what? No Amelia yet again. Where is my wife? I'm so sad. They have to be doing this on purpose because how are these kids always traveling by themselves? Where are the parents? Amelie, please call me. I'll rate this episode 7 out of 10. It was gaggy and I needed this development. Love the contrast between Adrian's little gifts to Marinette and the Feeligamge subplot. Bro, Adrian really thinks it's all sunshine AMD rainbows. My greedy ass still needs more Kagami though, so there better be another Felix episode. Kagami raging at her mom like that is something I've been wanting to see for years, and especially after the London special this was so perfect. Like she's really found her voice. I feel like I've seen her grow up, my baby. See how she's fighting and demanding her freedom now instead of letting her mom step all over her, saying she's the monster and not Felix, reminding her how Ladybug trusted her when she said Tomoe would change and that's why she's not in jail. Like wow, she said Tomoe Tsurugi endings are now. Adrian accidentally controlling Felix. Give me 14 of them right now. Thank you for watching, Queens. Stay tuned for no next week.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. What have I done? I'm so sorry.
I can't feel my kid.
Oh crap! The tigers seem like to be, guys. I have bad nerves. I'm so sorry. Feel better, okay?